It's not your brush, it's your value structure. In the next few minutes, I'll show you how to fix this. And in the final frame, you'll see it move. Why does this flower feel dimensional even before the details are finished? The answer is not more texture, it is not more blending, it is focus. In this painting, I deliberately built two types of focus to create depth. Let me show you how. I start with the largest brush available. At this stage, I'm not thinking about petals, I'm thinking about placement and color mass. All petals except one darker base layer sit on the same level. There is no hierarchy yet. The pattern is mostly pink, coral, soft red, with touches of yellow near the center. I also hide a small amount of cool light blue inside the highlight. That subtle temperature contrast keeps the warm palette from becoming flat. Then I gently blend the color blocks, not too smooth, just enough to soften harsh edges. At this point, the flower has color variation but no visual focus. Everything competes equally. And when everything competes, nothing wins. Now I begin designing focus. When I look at this flower, the first thing my eye should catch is the curled petal edges, the thin, bright, slightly torn edges that catch the strongest light. But if I paint pure white immediately, it feels artificial. So first, I create a transitional layer. I darken slightly under the curl. I compress color under the edge. That pressure layer lifts the final highlights later. Then I add a new layer for the brightest white. Very little, very controlled. White must be rare. If it spreads too much, it loses authority. Each curl is treated the same way. Shadow compression first, then sharp controlled highlights. This builds the first focus zone. Even after finishing the curled edges, the right side still feels chaotic. The petal structure is unclear. So I designed a third layer of petals. I sketched the boundary using a slightly deeper tone. Then blend outward, following the direction of growth. Always blend along the flow of the petal, never across it. Blending against the flow creates stiffness. Blending with the flow creates volume. Then I repeat the curl process, compress under, lift with highlight. Now the structure becomes readable. Focus zone 1 is stable. Now I built the second type of focus, the center. If I paint the stamens directly, they will merge into the warm tones. So first, I lay down a shadow bed. Deep brown, muted golden brown, bending outward, following the petal direction. This shadow isolates the center from the surrounding glow. Then I place the structural elements, the inner stem, the pale core, and finally the dark stamens. Here I intentionally mix deep brown with near black. This creates compression. So now the painting holds two focus systems, bright edge focus, dark core focus. Light pulls outward, dark pulls inward. That tension creates depth. Focus creates depth, not detail, not complexity, but controlled hierarchy. If this helped you see structure differently, subscribe for more depth studies. See you in the next breakdown.